Gemini, greetings and salutations, my friends. Today we are here to do your 5-card movie star spread. And your cards only wanted to shuffle halfway. Let's try that again. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Today we are doing your 5-card movie star spread. I don't know, I felt like I had to start over right from the beginning. Okay. The Queen of Wands is a very interesting character, especially when it shows up as the protagonist. I like to reference this as my fake it till you make it card. But this isn't a person who's being unauthentic, right? This is a person who decided that they wanted to change. They wanted to find this new growth. This is the person who wears the clothes for the job that they want, not the job that they have. This is a person who is projecting who they want to be in order to grow into that role. It's beautiful. But it's difficult, right? It's hard to have this expansion when these roles are undefined. And you kind of feel like it's a facade, and that's why I say fake it till you make it. Keep pushing and keep what's the word I'm looking for? Keep moving forward and remember who it is you want to become. Okay? Because it's possible, even though right now it feels like it isn't. It feels really, really hard to create all these new good habits. It feels really, really hard to project to yourself that change that you need to project into the world. But ultimately, you recognize that if you're going to move forward, right, you have to shed light on certain topics that may not be popular. That might be why it's such a difficult thing to do right now, because in the process of expansion, you also need to push other people outside of their comfort zones. Okay? And you can't literally shove people, right? Because ultimately you're looking for like the buy-in, the compliance, you have to persuade people. And that's where this forward movement and communication comes in, right? You are communicating the ideas of new growth. You are trying to put things into action that will allow new opportunities. But the reality of the situation is you haven't always been disciplined in doing these things. You're good at taking a leap of faith and a risk, but the actual idea of putting together a roadmap is not your forte. So here you are pushing people in a particular direction, and you can't lay out the map, and you can't lay out the end goal, and you can't necessarily tell people what steps to take, how to get there. So you're the big picture person here, right? You're looking at the big picture and where everybody should be. But all those little details about how to get there are what needs to be communicated for other people to have that buy-in, and you don't have those words right now. All you have is the vision. So it's hard for you to have faith in the group, because that's ultimately what you're doing. You're bidding for the group. And you have faith that you can get to this end goal without a roadmap. But you're trying to persuade the group that they can do that too. And ultimately what you're doing is you're backing yourself into a corner in which you're asking people to do a task that seems impossible to them, but not to you. Gemini, you're a visionary, right? You're the why person. What you need to do is you need to pair up with a how person. You're the big picture person. You need to pair up with somebody who irons out all of those little details, right? And then the two of you need to discuss this big picture, this end goal. And in order for you to get the group to go along with you, or maybe even just the other person, you need to create workable milestones along the way. You can't just say, well, this is where I want to be and this is where I want to go, and not offer some sort of workable plan to get there. Because the energy, the person or the persons that you're dealing with, they need those steps. They need those details. Okay? So it's time for you to rework this, or just have those big grown-up conversations about, this is what I would like to see and this is where I want to get. But I don't have all the steps to get there. Why don't you and I work out the steps to see if we can create this? And it may require compromise on what that big picture is on your part. You may not be able to get 100%. You know, you might be looking at LMNOP and XYZ, and you might have to settle for LM and YZ. Do you see my point? Details, Gemini. You need to work out the details. You can't just sell a pretty picture without everything else that goes with it. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next time.